It's time for Waking Up with Wesley. Today's forecast and weather-wide discussion with WLOX First Alert Weather's senior meteorologist, Wesley Williams.
Waking Up with Wesley is sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.
Oh, good morning, South Mississippi. Today is Friday. It is also the first day of summer. That also means it is the longest day of the year. So today, the sun will be above the horizon for 14 hours and 7 minutes. A pretty nice day to start off summer as well. What we will be seeing is a very, very hot day. Summer is starting off with that very summer-like feel to the air. But let's talk about it being the first day of summer to start off this digital desk. What we're going to be doing is going through exactly what that means and how that is actually determined. Of course, the seasons are determined in two different ways. So you have meteorological seasons and astronomical seasons. Today is the start of astronomical summer because this is dependent on using the equinox as well as using the position of Earth in relation to the sun. So meteorological summer is all of June through all of August. Those dates do not change. They are based on the temperature cycle, at least the average temperature cycle here on Earth, and we use that or determine that using climate and records going back through old data and trying to figure out exactly when to determine an official pattern change. While astronomical summer is just simply where is Earth compared to where is the sun. Now, of course, we orbit around the sun, and therefore the tilt of our planet is actually different in relation to the sun throughout the year. During the summer months, we are on the side of the sun where the sun's rays are coming directly towards the Tropic of Cancer, and that means that the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun during this part of the year. That makes it those much longer days, as today being the longest day of the year means that the sun is directly overhead for those that live directly along the Tropic of Cancer. We just to the north of it, so almost overhead for at least us here in South Mississippi. But you'll also notice there is an exact time here. Tonight at 9:42 is officially when this actually happens, where the Earth's tilt goes all the way to right, where the sun is directly hitting, the sun's rays are directly hitting the Tropic of Cancer. And now, of course, looking at the Hancock-Whitney camera over in Gulfport as we move back towards local weather, things are looking really nice out there. Mostly clear skies across South Mississippi. It's a really nice day to go ahead and start off any summer activities. However, it's going to be really hot outside. It is already 81 degrees at the Gulfport Airport, and the humidity is very, very high at this time. Today's forecast, well, many of us will be right around 90 degrees. Some of us could make it into those lower 90s. And especially as we go into the afternoon hours, we're going to be seeing the temperature much, much higher and the heat index extremely high as well. That's why there is a heat advisory. This goes until 7 p.m. tonight. This is because the heat index is expected to be at or above 108 today. That is extremely warm, and that does pose the risk of heat exhaustion. There's a high danger today for heat stroke and heat exhaustion. So if you are going to be spending lots of time outdoors, you need to make sure you're drinking plenty of water and take breaks if you need to. Move back indoors, get into the air conditioning, or get in the shade and just relax there for a little bit. Make sure you're avoiding any symptoms of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. That would include fatigue, dizziness, any sort of very similar symptoms to dehydration, headaches, things like that could definitely lead into heat stroke or heat exhaustion. And we're going to be sticking in this weather pattern for the next several days as well. especially as we head into the weekend. Lots of outdoor activities going on. If you're going to be out there, you have got to be drinking a lot of water. Saturday, the heat index could get above 110. That would creep us up into that next category of the extreme danger. So even if you're staying hydrated, even if you're in the shade, it's still going to be super humid, super hot. So you need to be taking those hot weather precautions if you're going to be out there this weekend. Futurecast has been showing that at least for today, the chance of rain is a little bit lower. We still have the potential to catch at least a few showers or storms, mainly in the evening hours today, but those will be very few and far between. Some of them maybe even just off to our west. So we can't rely on rain today. Some of us may get a little bit of rain, but most of us may stay dry throughout most of the day. So we will have to keep an eye on that as we go into the evening and afternoon hours. But looking at the pattern overall, if you look at the upper parts of the atmosphere, this is what's causing all of this. A very strong high pressure ridge starting to build into the eastern parts of the country. This will bring in a heat wave of sorts to the eastern half of the country. Many cities across the southeast and the eastern seaboard as well will be in the 90s, maybe even crossing near or right up to triple-digit temperatures. But the heat index is the really dangerous part of this system, allowing that extra moisture from the Gulf. You can see the high pressure zone moves away from us. We get those winds to turn back out of the south. The really high humidity with that really high temperature makes that extremely dangerous heat index value. And once again, the heat index is that measure of impact on the human body that the actual heat is doing. So you definitely want to be drinking plenty of water. Here's that weekend forecast. If you have outdoor plans, once again, temperature-wise, we're going to be in the low to mid 90s in some spots, but it's that heat index, once again, that could go over 110, especially on Saturday. By Sunday, we may be right at or just below 110. Still a very dangerous heat index to be at. Once again, both days seeing at least somewhat of a potential for showers and storms, but I would not rely on them to cool you down. Maybe keep the umbrella nearby just in case you are caught outdoors when a shower or storm does pop up, but it's more of those normal summertime afternoon showers and storms that will be popping up mainly over the coastal areas and slowly moving inland during the afternoon hours. You can see here, rain chances do stay fairly low over the next several days, and that is because, once again, of that high pressure ridge that we are going to be tracking here as we go into the weekend. Dew points, it's going to stay very, very muggy across South Mississippi. Look at that, dew points in the 70s for the entire 5-day period for this graphic. So definitely very, very warm out there. And looking at the 7-day forecast here, well, we are definitely staying very, very warm the next several days. Rain chances also coming down. Many of us seeing maybe a few scattered showers, maybe a few storms. Of course, just those typical summertime pop-ups. At least a few of them could get a little on the stronger side at times, especially closer to the coast, especially those really hot areas. We could start to see at least some of those storms produce very small hail or put out some gusty winds. But once again, we just cannot rely on those storms to go ahead and cool us down. We need to be taking those hot weather precautions.
It's time for Waking Up with Wesley. Today's forecast and weather-wide discussion with WLOX First Alert Weather's senior meteorologist, Wesley Williams.
Waking Up with Wesley is sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.